excited.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Archie. We've got a question over here at number 4 up top.
Hi.
Hiya.
I'm gonna try and breathe. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm gonna have to be a bit brave here so I don't cry, because I really wanted to thank you so much, because when Beauty and the Beast was first announced to be put in production by Disney, and obviously they announced that you were going to be playing Gaston, I was terrified because I grew up with Beauty and the Beast and it was a big film in my childhood. But when I went to the cinema and you just came on and you were just brilliant, and it just brought this childhood magic back, and I started crying because I'd been going through a hard time. I'd been going through the process of being diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. So I just wanted to thank you so much for all the effort and brilliance you put into that role.
That's my absolute pleasure. And that's why I do what I do. For those kind of stories, to help people through a moment, you don't realize when you're making a show or whatever it is, that sometimes it affects people that you'll never meet in many different ways. And so it's lovely that you were brave enough to stand up there and tell us that story, because that means a lot to me, and I'm sure other people in the room have been affected in a positive way for you telling that story. So well done and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Go to microphone number 1 here on the right.
Hi Luke, my name is
Hello.
Laura. I wanted to ask you 2 questions. First question was, obviously you've spoken a little bit about Emma Watson so far. How was your experience working with her? Because obviously I'm quite a big fan of hers, not just because of the acting, but because of some of the activism that she does as well. And the second question I wanted to ask you was, did you have to ask Josh Gad for any Disney experience, because obviously he worked with Frozen, so did you kind of ask him for advice when working on Beauty and the Beast?
Well, so firstly, Emma Watson, amazing. She took on a huge role as Belle, and she also was very clear that she wanted to make sure that Belle was an independent, feisty, strong-minded woman who didn't need a man. And I think she achieved it quite well. She did exactly what she wanted to do, but also she delivered on the Disney level of being this lead woman, and she was a joy to work with, and we're still friends, which is really nice. Josh Gad, Josh is Mr. Disney. I mean, he's the snowman that everybody loves, or hates, I don't know, but I love him. And he is just the funniest, happiest human being to be around, and he'd done much more funny stuff than I had when I took on the role of Gaston, so he often guided me a lot when we were doing those funny scenes, so that we could bring out the most humor in those scenes. And I spoke to him last night. He's doing really well. We miss each other a lot, because as you can imagine, that bond that we had doing the Disney show, the Beauty and the Beast, it was so strong, and we're still friends, and we still try and we want to do something else together, so thank you.
We love Josh Gad. He does a lot of narrating on the Disney Plus app, Animal Kingdom shows.
He doesn't stop. I think he's being awarded something now, a Heroes Award, a Lifetime Award or something.
They have a Disney Legends Award. We had Jodie Benson here, who was the Little Mermaid.
Right.
She has the same award, yeah, but he's great.
I think he should get a Mickey Mouse tattoo on his butt cheek or something.
Totally, yeah. Maybe an Olaf tattoo, just right there.
Yeah.
We're going to go to microphone number 2 here on the left.
Hi Luke, my name is Scott. I'm from a little town in South Wales called Blackwood. I'm sure you know it.
Oh, right next door to where I'm from.
Aberbargoed.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a 2-part question, if you don't mind. Firstly, as you said, you're from Aberbargoed. Just wonder if you ever go back there. And secondly, being a fellow Welshman, just want to know your thoughts on whether Wales can win the World Cup.
Firstly, I do go back to Aberbargoed. I actually went back 2 weeks ago because I hosted my own BBC special Christmas singing songs from my new album and having guests, Beverly Knight, Ollie Murs, Leanne Rimes, and Nicole Scherzinger. They all are on my show, and I sing duets with them all. It's an amazing show. It's going to be out sometime near Christmas, and we recorded it in a big theatre called the ICC in Newport. So I went home, and the whole thing is about me being Welsh and happy and proud of where I'm from, and Aberbargad was just up the road. So yes, I go back as often as I can. My family still live there. And of course they're going to win. I mean, come on! We've got a dragon on our flag. I mean,
Rugby and football.
there we go. Look at that flag. And both. I mean, we are. Listen, it's the first time in 64 years Wales have got into the World Cup, and that's an amazing thing in itself. But I'm very proud of my country, as I'm sure you are. We're only a small little country, really, and there's more sheep than people. And it's nice to support people who do well in all fields from our country. I think we should be proud of that, and yeah, so I hope they do really well.
Thank you very much.
You mentioned BBC. We recently saw you on BBC Strictly Come Dancing. How was that?
Oh, that was very fun. Yeah, I got to sing Bridge Over Troubled Waters, yeah, with an amazing dancers in front. They were so special. It was
Distracting when they're...
It is a little bit distracting, I'm not going to lie. But you get used to it, and we have a rehearsal beforehand, but it was magical. Their dance was so perfectly choreographed to the timing of the song. I was really like, wow, yeah, it was good.
Magical moment. We're going to go to microphone number 3 up top on the right.
Hi, my name's Mason, and my question for you is, what was the hardest film that you had to shoot?
That's a good question, Mason. The hardest thing, possibly the thing that I just finished. Well, not just finished. I finished in March, but it's on Apple TV Plus next week, and it's called Echo 3. Maybe a bit boring for you, Mason, but your dad might enjoy it. But that was 10 months in a country called Colombia, and we worked in the jungles, we worked in the mountains, I worked in the snow of New Mexico. I play a soldier, so I'm always with a rifle and having to acclimatize to these different environments and avoiding scorpions and tarantulas and poisonous snakes all over the jungle floor, which I was crawling in most of the time. So yeah, that was quite a challenging show for me.
Thank you, Mason. We have time for maybe 1, if not 2 more questions. We're going to go to microphone number 4 up top on the left.
Oh, hi Luke, I'm Emma, I'm from Chester.
Hiya.
And basically my question was, you played Bob the Bowman and you've done a lot of action films and sword fighting, and I saw you in The Alienist as well, which I thought you were really good in. And basically my question was, did you do much like training with sword fighting and guns and with the archery and all that?
Yeah, lots. Every job requires something different that I've not done before, because I like to play different roles. And for like Dracula, oh my God, the training was intense, so intense, because it has to be, you have to learn how to choreograph, and not slice somebody's head off. You've got to fake it, and punching and all that stuff, all the fighting, and all the looks have to look real, but it's not, it's fake. So there's a lot of training and lots of stunt training, and I love all of that stuff. I think it's really fun. And when I played Gaston, I'm on a horse, and I had a beautiful horse. Josh Gad's horse was not so well behaved. He would ask it to go forward, and it would walk backwards. So I'd often have to kick the back of his horse to make it go forward. But yeah, no, I love all of those things. They're quite fun to do. And if you sometimes play a role that requires something new, you learn something new. Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
Great question. We have 1 final question right over here at microphone number 1. Hi there.
Hi, Luke.
Hello.
As a fellow Welshman, if you had someone make a film about your life, who would you choose to play you?
Oh my God, that's really difficult. Somebody really good looking. Somebody like super hot.
Super hot.
Well, I don't know. I mean, half of my story, I think, would start when I was a kid. Because a lot of my life as a kid has definitely informed me as an adult. So maybe there have to be 2 different people. Not sure. Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
Yeah. Harry, would you want to play me in a movie? No,
He acts now.
no, actually I don't. I don't know. It's really difficult. I don't know. Maybe I could just play myself.
There you go.
You could definitely do that.
Who's better for you than you, right? You just improve everything. You just make yourself even cooler.
There we go. Try it.
But you couldn't do that because you're pretty darn cool. And on that note, I have to say, you guys have had some amazing questions. If you didn't get your question answered, Luke's going to be here doing a photo shoot and autographs today, so please come say hello. But any final words of encouragement, because you've been so lovely to all of our fans here, but any final words for your fans in Liverpool?
Well, just, it's just so lovely to see you all, and I know you will make an effort to come to these events, and it's really lovely, because this business can sometimes be quite isolating, because you don't perform in front of an audience, you perform in front of a camera, and it's only when the movie comes out or the film TV show comes out you get a response, and even then it's online, and it may be just the odd person that sees you on the street. So to see so many people in one room all so interested in telling me that they liked stuff that I've done, it's a lovely feeling. And so you've given me something really special to go away with today, and I just hope I gave you something special to go away with also. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you for the memories. Wish you continued